Dogpack's just gonna do a runner? You think he's done?
No, I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna cope. I think he's gonna cope on Twitter, but I can't imagine him making another video.
If he hasn't said anything on Twitter, I feel like the likeliness every day that he makes a video increases rather than decreases, honestly. I feel like he's waiting and biding his time. Well, if it isn't the biggest MrBeast glazer in the 7 Seas, how are you, Nicholas Diorio?
Yo, dude, it's funny that you just mentioned, like, it kind of just addresses like 3 or 4 things at the end and doesn't really criticize MrBeast much. I agree with that criticism for the video. I think that, like, I was writing a conclusion because I'm currently working on my own video. I was writing like a conclusion, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I think that's kind of gay. I'm gonna just be very clear about what the video is from the start and not make it pretend to be, I guess, neutral in that regard by just, oh, by the way, guys, LaKoya Hill might have sexually harassed somebody in the workplace and stuff, so you should probably check that out. And hey, guys, cryptocurrency is a bad thing. Or
I
whatever.
guess part of it is if you're defending MrBeast at all on any claim, you almost have to be like, but I don't love him and I'm not defending Jimmy and Jimmy's still a bad, like, you kind of have to do that, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and then the problem that you have is because you'll title the video like "The Truth About MrBeast," and then this just, I guess, isn't the truth about MrBeast. This is like refuting Dogpack and Rosanna. Well, not even Rosanna. This video doesn't do that to Rosanna. I feel like if you're more forthcoming that, like, this is a refuting, like, this video refutes Dogpack 404's allegations, I don't really think that you have to do that.
Right. One thing that somebody in chat said, Rosetta Stone, that I've seen a lot of people say is the fact he sent his employees to address the allegations is very sus. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a suspect thing. Like, I think that it makes sense to, like, first of all, I don't know if he sent his employees, but secondly, if he did, I don't know that it's a bad idea to have people who actually work for you with their full faces, like, talk about this stuff if they want to. Like,
but the answer to that is like, well, they currently work for him, so they're going to say what he wants them to say. And then when they go get a third-party, external, like, famous law firm to look through the company, it's like, well, they investigated themselves and found they did nothing wrong. There's not really a way to navigate this, I guess, optically sound to the way the audience actually wants to engage with it.
I will say, like, I got weirded out when I got messaged by Jimmy randomly, and it was like, have you seen the video? Like, I was probably going to cover it anyway, but just the fact that he, like, wanted it to be pushed so bad makes me think maybe he's, I don't know, slightly too, like, the fact that there was, like, almost no criticism of him makes me think that that's why he's willing to push it. You know what I mean? And, like, with the crypto wallet stuff, like, you know, as much as CoffeeZilla said, do I know that MrBeast scammed anyone? No. But the idea that, like, oh, they weren't my wallets, I wasn't doing it, is, like, not really, it's not really true.
Here's the reality of that situation, though. The crypto stuff is a CoffeeZilla video that was released, I think, at the time of the stream 4 days ago. Even if MrBeast is the biggest crypto scammer on the planet, that doesn't justify 3 months of bad coverage across the entire community.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm just saying that a lot of the damage that has been done to Beast Co., which you might even say is justified if all these other allegations are true, are on the back of this Dogpack video. I mean, it didn't really stop them from, like, slandering a charity.
At the end of the day, that is kind of the biggest. That is kind of the biggest thing here is, like, if any of those other allegations don't come to fruition, whose fault is it right now? Because obviously MrBeast is going to act in his best interest to protect himself.
It's just like when I see, like, I don't know, if there's a bunch of people making videos about me that are pushing false allegations for 3 months, I might, maybe my brain goes, okay, I ought to send this to those people. Like, hey, you guys had no problem reporting on X, Y, and Z. You guys should report on this, but say it a little nicer so they don't get mad. But I think that his biggest flaw here was expecting those people to be like, oh, MrBeast, glob, 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 I'm going to cover this immediately.
Right. But no, the thing is, like, Pegasus can't do that because the audience would hate that.
His audience captured and he doesn't care. Dude, when in the Dogpack video, you mentioned it before that he covered the Dogpack stuff with James Warren. He cut out, like, the weird pseudo disclaimer and ran it to make the video look more sound. That was actually really funny. Like, he cuts out the only part that could indicate that he might not have been charged and then ran it anyway. Like, that's not a person who's invested in telling any sort of truth that occurred here. This is a person who's invested in themselves.
Well, he wants another thumbnail that says he's done. He wants another he's done thumbnail, which
and it's weird because he had, like, a cringe. I called it a spurg out. I think that, like, some of the Reddit people were making fun of him too. He made a video and he's like, guys, I'm actually super self-aware that I'm doing this. It's not for money. I just like talking about stuff online. Like, that
makes no sense.
It was really gay?
I just like talking about stuff online while I'm making 500 grand in 1 month. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just like talking about stuff online too. That's why all my
I saw
videos
that
are monetized right now.
the Cam Nuggets guy did an interview where he was talking about like, well, like I basically started a career off of this. And it's like Onision that like this has its own algorithm. The people who've been covering these videos aren't incentivized to fix them because they've made like life-changing amounts of money farming dog packs allegations.
Well, speaking
And
of
that's
Cam
my biggest
Nuggets,
problem I have here.
I haven't seen your coverage of this stuff,
Yep.
but you did talk to me a little about it in chat. How did you feel about the shot thrown across the bow at Cam Nuggets?
So I watched this video within like 20 minutes of it coming out. I fired up a stream and
So
I
you
was
saw the
watching
original
it.
edit.
Yeah, I saw it and I went, oh no. Okay, so guys, just to be clear in chat, this is not like a because I immediately corrected it because I knew what happened.
When
And
you
I
say
kind
it's
of
not a thing, you mean like Cam Nuggets is not?
yeah, like Cam Nuggets is not. I immediately gave my chat a disclaimer and was like, "Hey, hold on," and I could see what he was trying to argue. Right, if we go by their acting definition, because they're trying to say that everybody in that chat that saw the Chris Tyson message would be complicit in the fact that like they saw Chris Tyson
Right.
post
But the
a
thing is, like,
minor in the group chat. So by their definitions, that this person is like a because they saw a kid rip
but
his
the
gaping asshole on Discord.
the confusing thing to me is like rip his gaping asshole. Did he rip it? I don't know if he ripped it.
I don't know. I forgot what the fuck Cam Nuggets wrote. It was a really like I don't want to say weird because it has a connotation to it, but it was a really like it was a really
it's just a crazy funny DM. There's some kid in Discord showing his asshole. But I will say, like, the confusing thing about it for me is Soggy Cereals at one point was like, by your own standards, Rosanna and Dogpack, you are like, he did say that about them, but for the Cam Nuggets thing, he was just like, Cam Nuggets like seeing kids' butthole. Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean?
I read
like,
it the other way. I read it as that was like an extension of that other statement. Saying
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no. It seems like it's an
the way that
extension.
you guys are operating it.
Like, I think that's probably his intention.
Land. It doesn't land for the viewer. Yeah,
exactly, and that's what's important, that it lands for the viewer.
You and I talked about this when you did your Slazo video. You were calling out Hyojin. The whole main point of the video is you guys are spreading misinformation with no evidence, and then you're like, and Hyojin, I heard you like to drop dogs on their backs and just watch them squirm.
Right.
And everyone's like, Tom's spreading misinformation. It's like, no, retard. I hate.
Well, to be clear, at the time,
literally.
not a single person criticized me for that.
Yeah, she did. Remember, like, and then like
you
corrected it. Yeah, you corrected it in the second video, and then she went postal.
I honestly forgot that she said anything.
I think she made like a meltdown post, if I remember correctly, because we talked about it, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have did that." And the point is, if you're making a substantial video that a ton of people are seeing, you kind of have to make it the easiest to understand as humanly possible.
Well, especially because like this is aiming to be an optical game-changing video. If this is Big Bungie, we'd be having a different conversation.
Oh right? God, yeah, 100%.
But like, that's not what this is. This is
no. You can't make a mistake like that in a video like this. I'm glad he took it out, but like, I don't know.
The thing is, it already is going to do a little damage, and it's probably going to be used. Like, I hate that he did that because now that's going to give like Rosanna and Dogpack what they need to be like, well, he pushed a false allegation too.
Well, I like that he did that. Now no one's going to say that I saw it early because there's no way that would have made it out if I did.
Oh, you mean the Soggy Cereals video? Yeah.
Before it came out, yeah. I heard he sent a copy to what's his name, to Larix, to like watch over early, and he just didn't. So he pulled like a me to you when you did the doc.
Oh yeah. Well, this wasn't nearly as bad as that, but I do see the comparison.
No, but I think the video, like, here's the thing. I keep hearing the word bias thrown around here, and spoiler alert, I'm getting a little frustrated with that because I haven't heard the word bias thrown around at all for the last 3 months.
The thing is, people think that the existence of bias means that any point, proven or not, is false, and like obviously bias is important. If you want to, point out like this guy's biased, like with Dogpack, right? This guy is biased because he is a disgruntled ex-employee. It's like, okay, fair enough. But that criticism shouldn't matter unless you have this like misinformation and like shit that he says to back it up, which we have. With Soggy Cereals, at least at this point, we don't have that. Obviously, we know that MrBeast likes the video. MrBeast probably approved of it before it went out, or if he didn't, he probably, he's approving of it after the fact. He probably okayed his high-level employees like Hoodie to do interviews in the video. That's true.
Absolutely has to. If these people did interviews without his consent, they'd be fucking fired. That's just not how that works.
But the real question is, did that affect the truth of the video?
Yes, and that's the major thing I want to hit. Does it affect the truth of the video? In Dogpack's case, yes. because the allegations we've been listening to for 3+ months come from two disgruntled former contestants, one disgruntled former employee, a whole slew of anonymous sources that we don't even know if they're the same anonymous source or different anonymous sources. We've seen them contradict each other. Like in one video, Dogpack is defending MrBeast's ex-girlfriend, saying she's getting too much criticism, and then to defend himself from James Warren, he posted messages of an employee saying she's a wine drunk and everyone hated her. Okay,
Right.
so and then like these are the same anonymous employees that were sure that James Warren was charged. It's like we have a whole slew of people who are biased in this situation. And then we have now MrBeast is like sending his employees to interview with a guy to make a YouTube video about it. Now all of a sudden like bias is playing. Every single person involved in this story is biased in
Well,
some
that's what I
capacity.
mean when I was on stream. I was like, there is no heroes, there are no villains, because the idea of a hero is somebody who acts completely altruistically, always in the interest of others, and a villain is somebody who does the opposite and always acts to like hurt others and like in malice. But like that's just not how the real world really works. If you want to name anyone who maybe is a villain, I guess Chris Tyson. But like apart
Yes,
from
I would
that,
say Chris Tyson is the villain.
right. But apart from that, it's very hard to be like, oh well, Jimmy is like the devil. But at the same time, it's not like Dogpack is the devil either. Dogpack's not a good guy. Dogpack did lie and
No,
shit. But he's not like this like completely evil, malicious person. He probably thought he was doing the right thing. Who even know? Maybe he's mentally ill and didn't
no,
even realize.
no. I fucking doubt that. I push back on that. I feel like we're so far away from anything that could be considered rational. I can't see that guy as anything other than malicious.
But
And
that's what I say when you say so far
primary
away from anything that we
example.
consider rational. It has to be irrational for him to
No,
lie like that.
there's no way that anybody can be like even irrationally. How do you cut the $1 million winner off right before he says that MrBeast basically gave him the alternative of like universal basic income?
I don't know. Maybe in his mind,
That's
Mr.
fucking
Beast is actually
insane.
the Antichrist. He needs to destroy
You like
him.
literally you have to watch that clip to cut it that way. I can't see it. But the main thing I want to say though is that like when you're like looking at all this bias and all the bias that's appearing here, screenshots are king, context is king. If you could show stuff to debunk other shit, that's the stuff you need to be focusing on. Less on employee testimony, even if it's pro MrBeast testimony, but more on the fact that like there are tons of these allegations that hundreds of YouTubers, including us, completely missed for 3 months.
Right.
Like some of those videos were online for like 2 months now, and none of us reported on
Well,
it.
we
We didn't
just
even see it.
I guess it just seems so ludicrous that he would lie about a public video. So we were
I
just
would
like,
never the things I wouldn't even consider him to lie about. But
yeah.
nevertheless, like all of these YouTubers who've made millions and millions and millions of views off this subject, like including us, didn't catch any of
Well, I
that.
think that's why I think it's important to watch
Yeah.
this video, watch Soggy Cereals video, and at least represent the other side. I mean, the thing is with like the employee testimony, a lot of that stuff is essentially Dogpack has anonymous employees, and then Soggy Cereals has non-anonymous employees who say one thing. It's possible that a lot of that shit, the truth is somewhere in the middle, and I think you have to acknowledge that. But
Yep.
on the stuff that we can prove is dead to rights that Dogpack got wrong, if you want to say it in the most charitable way possible, he effed it up, right? That stuff is like insane. I'm sitting here thinking right now, like, what the fuck is Dogpack gonna say? Because
I don't think there is anything to say.
dude, there's no way he shuts up forever.
This
There's
guy
no
texted
way.
me that his credibility was destroyed after James Warren, but then he went on to go do the Chris Tyson CP allegation video
Dude,
with
there's
Rosanna.
no way. His
So, I don't know.
if this video has shown anything, is his ego is huge. His hubris is massive. There's no way he's gonna just like walk away and not respond. He can't take that. Come on.
No. I think that they're gonna chill out and they're gonna focus on the Beast lawsuits next. And that's just the next stone. Because the way that they've interacted with all of the allegations that have gotten debunked is they just go, oh, we lost this round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one. Which is not the mark of someone who's doing this because they're psychotic. It's the mark of somebody who's doing this because they're malicious.
That's
A psychotic
true.
person would keep defending why James Warren was actually charged. Wouldn't like they wouldn't go out of their way to go post a retraction to Twitter and then hide it in the video's description.
That is true. I agree with that. I also didn't like how the video. He kind of made this claim, but then he didn't really follow through on any of it. I feel like he did this to try to get them on his side, but he was like, Jake Weddle and Rosanna Pansino are victims of his manipulation. It's like, dude, Jake Weddle's like
They're not.
25 years old. Rosanna's like 40. They're not. If they're victims
You
of
can make a
manipulation, they
better-
are.
Jake Weddle in particular, you could probably make an argument for because that guy is like a full-blown retard.
He's a crash out, yeah. But Rosanna,
Rosanna,
she's 40.
That was the worst part of his video for me, worse than the Cam Nuggets comment. Like she is probably more malicious than he is, in
Yeah.
my opinion. In my opinion, based off of what I've seen. I mean, look, it's really hard not to view her that way when she's tweeting pictures. She's tweeting out links from N-word Stank on Twitter, who he goes by a different name now. That's what I know him as. Of my personal group chat with my friends, saying that we were running a gay op to like cancel her last year. When like I messaged her last year saying Keem reached out to me and told me that you were like actually super embarrassed about the MrBeast game stuff, and I apologized to her personally. So she like
Right.
knows that wasn't the case. She accepted the apology, and she's going on and like slandering me publicly about it. So
Well,
yeah, I do think
she
it's
even
fairly
at one
low.
point she made a tweet, but then she deleted it. She was like, "I don't think anyone should listen to, once again, not acknowledging arguments, just going for like bad faith. Like, I don't think anyone should acknowledge what Turkey Tom quote cheating is normal thinks like has to say
Yeah,
about this." And it's like, okay, fair enough if you don't like that comment. It was, the way I phrased it was pretty insane, but like you got to at least engage with what I'm fucking saying. But she doesn't do that. Meanwhile, she's demanding that Jimmy respond, and she won't even respond to a single criticism about her or dog pack. It's like,
I mean her
what?
video's still up about the Chris Tyson CP stuff. That would be
Right.
like career ending for either of us to have on our channel.
That would be over. But it's about Mr. Beast, so
Yep.
that's what. Yeah. But I
We
mean, the
lost
thing
the
is,
round, but it's not over yet. Get ready for the next one.
the Soggy video is out. That video, if I had to guess, will max out at a couple million views. What's gonna really be the thing that sets the nail in the coffin and maybe gets these people shit is if Jimmy, Mr. Beast, responds, and it remains to be seen if that will happen. I know there's like interviews being shopped around with Pegasus. Obviously,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
saying
Gamer
he's
from Mars
obviously
is
looking
vying
to
for one.
he was obviously looking to do interviews prior to even like sending those messages if it came up with fucking what's his face Pegasus. I'm so
Right.
glad you didn't give that guy an interview. I can't believe it, dude. That guy was like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna cover the Soggy Cereals video now. Maybe I will in the future. Who knows? It's like,
I mean,
thanks.
the idea that Pegasus would even have good questions to ask when he barely probably knows what's going on himself is insane.
Yeah. No, I mean, that would be a complete disaster to go to, like, to that fucking guy's.
Which sucks because
I
I
think
kind of
he's
liked
trying to find
Pegasus when
like
I
people
talked to him. I don't
who
know.
he's probably trying to find people who had like the majority of views against him. That's probably how his YouTuber brain is working. It's like, well, this guy had 150 million views about me last month, so if
But
I
the
go
thing
over
about
there
Pegasus
and he
is
gives
it's
me a
not
fair
just
interview,
majority against him; it's psychotic.
no, but like normal people's brains work this way. It's like, well, obviously these guys put out bad information. They're going to want to fix it. So if I reach out to them, this would be like a super good opportunity to help them and then also provide me like a basis to like a platform here to discuss my situation. Not that he needs one. He's fucking Mr. Beast and he should be responding. But like the reality of the situation is that most of these people just do not give a fuck. Like YouTubers are absolutely happy to pocket watch. YouTubers are happily like okay to eat like one another or whatever when it pushes them in a beneficial direction. The people who are like making these videos and are posting all this stuff, they're not the people who are investigating the cryptocurrency. They're the people who just were repeating dog pack.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you
I'm so
invested in
glad
fixing
that
it,
Coffeezilla when he did his video didn't touch anything else but the crypto thing. And ultimately,
yeah,
what he did was like
it was refreshing, right?
it was refreshing and also refreshing to see that he did it so carefully and only like he was like this claim that this person made about Mr. Beast is straight up dumb, but this one seems valid. And here's my 10-minute explanation as to why and everything about it. Like that was like I just want more of that. I was literally coming watching that.
Yeah,
Um,
listen, we have if you want to go look at all the old allegations, Gamer from Mars like did a thing on every single one of them. That guy has absolutely no side to take or
Oh
no reason
yeah,
to give
that
any.
was he had some shit that to me. Okay, Soggy Cereals frames Delaware as if he was hired like randomly, just like on a whim, and
Yeah,
like nobody even knew who he was. That's not really true. That's
I
not
didn't
really
see
true.
the full Gamer from Mars video.
Yeah, in the video,
What was the
they're able to show that Delaware was friends with Chris Tyson for years. Chris Tyson worked at that Best Buy,
Mhm.
so
I
that
know
was
he
like
worked at. That's crazy.
yeah, they were coworkers. So that was like okay, well, there's a little more going on here, don't you think? Like,
So wait, was he
um,
Chris Tyson's boss if he's the manager?
I don't know if he was his boss because if they were working there at the same time, it's possible Chris left and then he ascended the corporate ladder after. I would have to watch the video again to see if they have details on that. I don't think they did. But regardless of that, Chris Tyson and Delaware did work together. Chris knew Delaware for a bit before. So it's more feasible to possibly believe that Chris maybe knew about the charges
Yeah.
at that point in time. We know that Chris knew after because Chris, before any of this shit came out, was on Twitter talking about it in reference to shitting on Jake the
But
Viking,
if
right?
Chris is like involved with Shadman and stuff, and like I don't want to say involved with, but like purchasing things from is probably where I would draw my line of saying involved with and like actively interacting with on social media. I wouldn't put it past him. But like the reality of the situation is this framing is so fucking weird. Like Dogpack it posted that it was like no, it was Jake Weddle. Delaware's named Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware, and then you see it like on the Best Buy T-shirt.
Well, that's the problem. It's like that's
It's like,
their
dude,
framing.
Best Buy has really sick senses of humor, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like that's their framing, but then Soggy has better research and framing. But then there's also it goes like a level deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna get one video explaining all of this for like 5 fucking years.
No, but I don't believe for a second Jake the Viking's testimony. Jake the Viking is a total.
Oh, I agree. 1000%.
His whole thing was like Jimmy knew, and he's like, "What did Jimmy know?" He's like, "He knew my brother-in-law was a sex offender." And everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah,
wait, what do you mean? Wait, hold on. I feel like you're leaving something out here. He goes, "No." And by the way, my sex offender brother-in-law is a good guy, and he didn't do anything wrong. That was the whole. Yeah, that was what he said. It's crazy.
Jake the Viking's credibility, though, is somehow a little higher than Dogpack's.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
which I didn't expect to
numbers.
see. I didn't expect to be there, but we're at a crazy.
So I get
right
like
now.
People were pushing back on it, like this is not a good enough answer, Soggy. And I'm like, I didn't think that people thought that Jake the Viking had. I mean, Jake the Viking wrote Connor, you know, the Internet Versus guy, and he literally said, "Yeah, my source is my sex offender brother-in-law. He just told me. I have no evidence of this."
You see you have to understand, Nick. The told him. It's like,
that's
okay.
What he said, dude. He said this like 3 days ago, bro. It was like, my source is my sex offender brother-in-law.
That's awesome. Once again, it's like, all right, well, let's talk to Delaware then. Let's just get him on at this point.
Dude, let's get him on, dude. Where's Delaware?
Let's get him on. I have a room full of kids in my basement, Delaware. Come on over, bro.
This feels like an after hours thing. It's like, let's have Delaware call in or whatever, and he just would. That's like an old like August.
You never
stream.
know. You never know. Maybe he's in chat. What's up, Delaware? I see you.
Were
in
you
chat.
there the night that we all called up the California precinct to see if that guy actually worked there?
Well,
like we all individually. I forgot what story this was, but they're like, "There's a Sergeant Payne about." It was David Dobrik or somebody. Like they're fucking. Like there was a warrant out for their arrest, and we all called like some California precinct to ask. I don't know. It's a total random reference.
That's funny though. I think you're not supposed to record the cops without permission or get a statement.
Well, a lot of people record cops all the time, so you can't blame me.
That's true. You should have had your body cam on.
It was Onision. It was Onision. Sorry, Smaggle corrected me.
So you actually think that Dogpack's just going to do a runner? You think he's done?
No, I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to cope. I think he's going to cope on Twitter, but I can't imagine him making another video.
If he hasn't said anything on Twitter, I feel like the likeliness every day that he makes a video increases rather than decreases, honestly. I feel like he's waiting and biding his time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like at this point, because he's been telling everybody, I'm stepping back, and then he did take down that video on his own volition.
Before the Soggy video came out, yes.
Like 3 days before, it just kind of finally went down. I don't know.
I also didn't, what Dogpack said about, because, okay, there was a part where Soggy was like, he tried to intimidate me and threatened to slander me. That's not, maybe you can read between the lines, but that's not really what he said in the DMs. Like, he did say he would, like, cook him, but he didn't say he would lie about him. Now, we can assume that he might be lying about him considering how he's lied about everyone else, but it wasn't like, I'm going to slander you right now. You know
I just couldn't believe... Dude, wait, did you see the Dogpack's response to his previous video?
Response to his previous video, no.
So, Dogpack did a collaboration with WestJet.
Okay.
And he went on that video and he's like, okay, cook me whatever you want, man. By the way, my next video has a CP allegation in it, and it was the Rosanna thing. The last time he was going to respond to Soggy Cereal, they did a child hunt. So I don't necessarily think he's going to make that mistake a second time, no.
It was an Easter egg hunt. It was wholesome. For the whole family.
Yeah, dude, it was a COD point. It was for COD points, dude. Exactly. They were hunting for COD points.
Yeah, I heard Lion Maker was there. He was present. We should get what if we just get Lion Maker's thoughts? He's still around. We can talk to him. Be like, what do you think about MrBeast?
Wait, Ryan Beard in your chat just said it sucks that he's been so sloppy with everything because it makes it easier for MrBeast to sweep the legitimate stuff under the rug. It's like, dude.
That's a great point, Ryan Beard.
Wow, why are you? When we said this 3 months ago.
Why is Ryan Beard in my chat?
Ryan Beard is actually not terrible on every single take when I see his stuff anymore.
Really?
So yeah, I've seen like some not terrible takes from Ryan Beard. But again, it's just frustrating because I remember I went on your stream 3 months ago and we talked about this and I was like, dude, he's ruining the investigation every single day. It's getting worse and worse.
Well, keep in mind at this point we have Mr. Beard, MrBeast, and do you know the name of MrBeast? Oh, we also have MrBeast. So there's Mr. Beast. Did you not
see Mr. Beat?
Oh, I know Mr. Beat.
The social studies guy?
Yeah, so there's Mr. Beat, the social studies guy. There's Jimmy Beast. There's Jimmy's brother, Mr. Bro. There's also Mr. Beard. There's also MrBeast who manages Joshua Block. There's a lot of different Misters going around. Have you noticed that? What's going on
Yeah.
with the Mister allegations? Are these guys coming out of a factory? Ryan Beard, what do you know about MrBeast and how? Show me where he touched you, please.
I always got confused because Ryan Beard didn't have a beard.
Whoa! Shit!
I just doxed him, bro. He didn't have a beard.
Can he grow a beard? Mr. Beard. I mean,
He
Ryan
probably
Beard.
can.
Maybe that's just his name. Maybe his name is Beard.
I think he's. I think that's what he said on Twitter one time. He's like,
He's like,
"Dude,
it's
my name's
actually my
Ryan-
name.
My name's Ryan Beard. That's why I use this." Like,
Dude, when I was hanging out with Brandon, we were talking about Rosanna recently, and he showed me this reply. I don't have it saved anywhere, but it was this reply he left where, like, back during the initial allegation she made about MrBeast years ago, before any of this drama about her like being cut out of the video and Logan Paul winning or something unjustly, Brandon had responded to her and been like, "Are you disabled?" And she was like, "Yes, I have ADHD." I forgot that happened. It's a hilarious screenshot. I wish I could
but
find
that's
it.
what she's talking about when she's saying that we coordinated against her. It's because we were in a group chat making fun of her for being the champion of the MrBeast games. Like every single person online was doing that. It wasn't exclusive to our group chat. I was doing it on my Twitter.
But like, what is that? If that's the case, what did she
That's
do
the
to
conspiring.
MrBeast? What was that conspiring? You know what I mean? Like, what's going
Dude,
on there?
if you're not first, you're last, and that's what she instilled upon Jimmy Beast.
That's true. He learned from the best. He learned from Rosanna Pansino, Roy Cohn, and Jimmy Dore. That was his mentors.
If you're watching this, I think we were saying before, I think the Gamer from Mars is the thing to go for, probably on the old stuff. The crypto stuff, CoffeeZilla is the only guy who I know could even do that effectively. And then like these Beast lawsuits, I don't want to like say Stephen Asarch his name because I don't know. Historically, that guy wasn't always great, but I mean, there's a lot of journalists who are doing the lawsuit stuff that you'll probably get a lot more mileage out of than like your
Stephen
average
Asarch
commentary
has had
YouTuber.
decent coverage recently. I saw his
He
Primate
has
article.
that. I'm a little, yeah. I'm just when he did the Onision show, I didn't like that, so I don't know. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I don't know. It seems like that's probably your best bet though, than just watching like a random commentary YouTuber try to regurgitate like a legal case. And the only law YouTuber I know is in Bulldo-gate, probably going to jail or something. I don't know what's happened to him. Does he have? Does Nick Rekieta still see his kids?
I think you should. I think you should see him every day and give them Coke. That's what I think.
Dude, the Coke bullets. Do you keep
He's just
Coke
like
bullets
me.
around your place, or do you have Zyn packs?
Well, yeah, every time I say I'm going to the bathroom, I'm actually just snorting a big ass line. I don't even do keys anymore. This just doesn't do anything for me. Just do a giant fucking. We call him a gum ripper, because after you put it in your nose, you just gotta spread it all over your gums to let them dissolve. That's what we call it.
I was looking up like interesting dog toys. I bought like my dogs a like White Claws that they can chew on. They're like little stuffed White Claws. But
You
I did
bought
see
your
they
dog's
had
White Claws? That sounds like abuse.
yes, but
You're
they
just
also
like
had
Logan
stuffed
Paul.
Zyn packs, like with little squeakers in them.
Aw, that's cute.
So you can have
actually.
like you can give your dog Zyns, bro.
That's cool. I got to get some of those for me.
Oh, dude, I
personally.
got my new Norm merch in the mail yesterday. Do you
Norm
have
of the
a
North, the polar bear.
No, the new Norm. It ain't the same as the old Norm. That really good Twitter show that came out on X.
That Twitter show that came. Oh wait, is that like the Daily Wire show?
It's I don't think it's the Daily Wire. It's that like you never saw the one where he's like, what's that? Progress. It's the new norm, and he's like, I want
Yeah.
normal beer. I don't. Is that Daily Wire?
I think it
I bought a
is.
hoodie, a shirt. I got all the stuff for when I do sponsorships. I can wear it with the sponsorships.
That's fucking awesome. And
I have like a normal beer cozy that like it makes any beer a normal beer.
never even acknowledge it. Just be like, shout out Norm. Actually, don't even
just, like,
say
the
that.
stupid shirt with his face up with like the AI art because they use AI music and I think AI art to make the show. And it's just like not woke.
Ryan
His face
Beard
on it.
says, honestly, over last year, I realized I was way too soy in the past and I associated with a bunch of morons like Ethan is online, which I'm embarrassed of. Whoa. That's pretty base, Mr. Beard. Now, be careful if you get close to us because we're also soy in a different way. Nicholas DiOrio personally owns 1,000 Funko Pops.
You should see my Fortnite skin collection.
You should not see that. Nobody should have to see that. Nobody should have to endure the 3 a.m. calls from Nicholas DiOrio like, dude, I got Pickle Rick.
Dude, I just got the Porsche 911. The Porsche 911, my bad.
Thank God.
In Fortnite.
Well, they take away my Fortnite code, so gamersubs.gg/Tom.
Wait, you lost yours?
I did.
Dude, that is good for like a couple $100 a month, and it's so because neither of us play Fortnite.
Hey, motherfucker.
Well, I guess
I'd probably
I do
get
now.
a dozen. I might have gotten $1,000 a month off that. Okay, if I put it in videos, but instead I get nothing. The thing is, I had it for one day, and then they took it away and wouldn't tell me. Now I have a
That's
feeling it might be because if
crazy.
you look up Turkey Tom Fortnite on YouTube, there's a thing that comes up that they would probably approve of a little too much.
Oh man.
So I think that,
What
I
did you
understand.
do?
Well, if you look up Turkey Town
Wait.
Fortnite, I mean, there's just it's not me, it's AI, but I understand why they would think it's real.
Oh shit. What are you working on now? You got any because I know you're doing Tom Dark stuff.
Yeah, it's been a lot of that. Really, main channel videos is a big thing. I just did a neon video. I'm doing a lot of classic lolcows like Shoe Nice is what we're doing right now. Shoe Nice is awesome. I love Shoe Nice. I'm a
Dude, I
huge
used to
Chris
watch
Shoe
his
fan.
videos when I was in high school, just him knocking back bottles of vodka.
I was more of a fan of him eating like crayons and deodorant. I liked that more.
I yelled shoe nice once before I tried to chug a Four Loco during a what are those, a scavenger hunt, and it was
Yeah,
not easy. It was not an
it
easy
didn't work.
action. No.
Damn.
It was like coming out of my nose. You ever have Four Loco come out of your nose?
No, I haven't. But I mean, it happens to the best of us. I've had other stuff come out of my nose, like crack cocaine.
There
Um,
you go.
Actually, it all goes right up in. But I would never let it drop out. But I think the real thing that I'm really focused on creatively, and I'm doing these IRL videos, and I feel like now one of them might be kind of passe because of Jimmy Beast being vindicated. But I did a whole video where I acted like Mr. Beast and did a trivia video, but it was like filthy Frank core. There were like punishments to it. So like it was Mr. Beast related trivia, but if you get a question wrong, you have to spin a wheel of punishment, and then you get like mouse traps and shit on your feet. It's coming out soon. It should be funny. I did it with Brody TV, this TikTok commentary guy named Screedy who wears a Finn the Human hat. And then also this guy Pow Envy, who is like this guy that like a Cheeto and all those guys were making videos about, where they were like, "This guy is disgusting," and then it was like, "Welcome to my gross Roblox bedroom." So that'll be a funny video. But yeah, it's really
Yeah, it
that.
sounds really cool.
Oh, it
It's
will
like
be.
a
It
whole
will be.
different thing. It's like way out of your wheelhouse from what you've been doing for a while.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to do it because I knew it would be a challenge, and it has been because I've sunk tens of thousands of dollars into it and made not $1. But it's worth it because it's fun, so I don't really care.
Well, you've been doing YouTube since you were like 14, right?
Yeah.
So this is like year 8 for you. You definitely probably want to be doing like different shit.
Yeah, well, for me, it's like the only reason I'm comfortable with it is because I know that like for years I was not really losing money, but I was in spirit losing money by like making videos that made $0.
Oh, you were losing money. No, don't tell them that. You were putting copyrighted music in your videos because you thought it was
Well,
necessary to make them like more aesthetically pleasing.
that's
So you would
true,
take $0 on long
but I
form video
but
essays
I
for
wasn't but I
years.
wasn't putting any money into it also, and I was a child, so I don't want to say
Yeah.
I was losing money. I was losing the potential money. Right now, I'm just losing money on that channel, but it's fine with me. It's like whatever. We'll
Did you
roll with
ever
the
go through and
punches.
just remove all the copyrighted music in hindsight, or actually no, you deleted all
No.
those videos, didn't you?
Some of them. No, there's still like one of my the animation storytime video still has like 5 copyright claims. Never removed it. I just didn't care.
That's the one where you called Species the Michelin Man.
No, I called her that on Twitter.
No, you called her that in the video, bro.
No, it was on Twitter.
No, it was not on Twitter.
I'm positive it was on Twitter. I made a
I
video where I
I
talked
am
about calling her the
positive that.
Michelin Man.
Okay, well then that was okay. That's
In the
probably what I
video,
made
in the
of.
video, I was like, I get that you're insecure about your weight. On Twitter, I was like, you're fat. That's what happened. That's what actually happened, which was crazy. Which
Back
was
then, yeah, it's wild. When
yeah.
are the Turkey Tom documentaries gonna come out? But
One guy
only exclusively when you were like 15 years old and going on Tommy's stream and saying that you got like punched in the face at work because somebody called you the N word.
no, I think I called him the
Because you
W
called him
word.
the N word. Yeah, sorry.
No, no, I called him the W word. The W word.
Oh yes,
I didn't
yes.
call him the
W.
N word. That would
Yeah.
be crazy. No, I called him the
Oh, for
W word.
you? For 14-year-old you, that would be crazy.
In real life, I think I would not have done that. I think. I don't know. The fact I'm not completely sure is worrying to me, but I don't think I would have. But what I will say is I did get reached out. So there's Mr. Beast, right? But then there's the guy who impersonates Mr. Beast. You know that guy?
MrBeast, like the fake Jimmy.
Yeah, that guy wanted to
Yeah.
do a documentary on me. I forgot to respond to him, but he asked me to
Wait,
do
he
a
makes videos?
He was on Fish Tank.
Fake MrBeast went on Fish. I don't watch IRL stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was on Fish Tank. I didn't really watch it, but I know he was on. And yeah, he did personally reach out to me asking to do a video because like I did the documentaries on other people. He was like, "Can I do one on you?" I just haven't responded yet. I don't know if I'll agree to it, but I might. It might be funny. I want to do a video with him is the thing, so maybe I can get that out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he should do the same like Mr. Beast intro thing that he did, but like have like a fake turkey Tom.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
He can grow out his hair to have like the fucking bowl cut.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Dude, what did you do in your last haircut? I got so many people messaging me like, what happened to Tom?
I just got a short haircut, and it disturbed people so bad that they just couldn't live
Like
with it.
people
But this
thought
is,
you were depressed.
I feel like they
Like,
just
why
think I'm
would you cut
depressed
his hair
now.
like that? Is this like a statement piece?
It's like me calling it for help.
Speaking of people coming to me, do you have any? Dude, I don't have a clip of me saying the N word online, but once a month I'll get a message being like, "Dude, fucked up that you defend Tom saying the N word in 2018."
From someone that matters,
And
or
I'm like,
just
dude,
from like.
no, just like a random chatter, like, and like not in 2018, 2020 or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, dude, base. I don't care that kids say the N word. Fuck you.
It must just be that like your audience is growing, which is a good sign. But by the extension of that, there's people who don't know anything about what you've like done videos on in the past, so they're like perplexed.
No. Some people like pull this up, like a message I wrote in the chat where I'm like, I don't care that Turkey Tom said the N word. Like they've already done the research, they've seen the video, and they're like, "This you, bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's still me."
I got an
Still my
email the other
position.
day because oh fuck, I fell in Minecraft. There was this guy who I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but they emailed me. They were like, "I noticed you wore a USSR hat in one of your recent videos." Because when I was like talking about Ethan Klein, I thought it'd be funny to
Oh
wear the
man,
communist hat, and they were
yeah.
like, I find it extremely disturbing that you would make a joke about such a topic, considering the influence that was had on Bulgaria. Aren't you Bulgarian? Are you
Oh my
aware of what the Soviets did to
god,
the Bulgarians? And I was like, bruh, come on.
dude, I
Come
just
on.
remembered I used to have a Soviet flag behind me in my fucking early videos. That's probably gonna pit. Oh Jesus Christ! I would just put a Soviet flag behind me because I thought that was the funniest shit ever when I was fucking 21.
What I think would actually be the funniest shit ever would be to have a Soviet flag and a Nazi flag, but one of those you just can't get away with.
The thing is, for years, I just thought the Soviet flag was like the same joke, but you wouldn't get in trouble for it. But
I
then
mean,
I found out that like
basically.
tons of people really like the Soviets online, and I was really surprised. Like that was the big brain blast moment for me, because people were like, "Dude, unironically, yeah, dude, Stalin's based on YouTube."
Yeah, well, really on Twitch, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, dude, I think that Hassan Piker should reference the Uyghurs, dude, the Uyghur genocide.
He needs to save the Uyghurs, the Ludwigers. When will Ludwig defend his people against Hassan? Will it ever happen? I highly doubt it.
No. What
I've
do you
heard a
think
bunch
of
of
the
shit about him.
Adpocalypse?
Well, that's
Hassan
why
or Ludwig?
Ludwig covering the apocalypse. Apparently, there was some Hassan shit that went
Yeah, he's
down.
soy. Ludwig is just like there's two things with Ludwig. One, he's dating Cutie Cinderella, who every single year has the exact same meltdown over a shitty award show, which is really funny. And two, he just defends Hassan Piker. Those are like the two things I know about
Well, what was the most
Ludwig.
recent thing? He cut out something else.
So the first one was he deleted an entire video and pretended it was a re-upload because
Well,
it
I
was
know
like
that one. Yeah,
negative
yeah,
to
yeah.
Hassan. And then now recently he cut out or didn't reference Hassan that much in the actually no what it was he didn't reference Hassan that much during the reason why the Twitch apocalypse is happening when like him Frogan like those are the people who are like directly responsible for making the statements that Twitch is pandering to, right? And then I think he ended up cutting something out of that video.
Right. Okay. I gotta look into that because people wanted me to watch it, but I haven't seen the clip. So maybe after we're off, I'll take a look at that because Ludwig is I don't know. I kind of want to like him. Honestly, I kind of want, even though he's so fake. Sometimes he's funny. Sometimes I see him on his podcast. I'm like, sometimes he's kind of funny, but then he's just such a fake fucker. Like in his videos, he's such a fake pandering fucker.
I just
Even
wish these guys wouldn't talk about drama. This guy just covered video games. I'd probably like him. But like he's so obviously people are like, dude, he's defending his friend. I go, dude, he's literally reporting the news. Like, come on, bro. You can't like why make a video on it if you're ideologically compromised? This isn't even audience capture. It's like Hassan's got you in his pocket.
it's
Just
Hassan
don't make the
capture.
video. Just talk about something else that day.
Hassan's got him
I
by
don't
the
know.
taint. I don't know. I don't know why. Especially because he stopped doing Mogul Mail for a while. So
Yeah,
like,
but he feels the need to insert himself into the situation and then misreport it on purpose because he doesn't want to like offend his friend.
it's almost like if it involves Hassan, he has to get involved and misreport it. He can't just not talk about it, which is weird, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. Funnily enough, you talk about Cutie Cinderella. Did you see Emiru? She kind of called out the Streamer Awards and said she wouldn't go.
No, I didn't see that.
She was like, I saw some article about it. I gotta look into it more, but essentially what I read from the article was She was like, I'm not going to go because I find it kind of weird that like the token woman was nominated in every category. Token woman referring to herself. She was like, I'm a token woman. I get it. I was nominated in every category except the female streamer of the year. And I was like, oh, that's really
Oh.
funny. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, I looked through the whole thing. It was like streamer I never heard of, streamer I never heard of, streamer I never heard of, queso, streamer I never heard of, streamer I never heard of, and it just keeps
Queso's funny,
going.
man. I like that guy. He's sick.
He's gonna sweep because he's the only recognizable name in half of these award categories.
Yeah, because they picked one guy, Queso, who's actually popular, and then a bunch of Cutie Cinderella's Discord friends. Basically,
I'm pissed off that
was
Frogan
Frogan
nominated. She
got
not
snubbed.
Nominated for Rising Star.
Snubbed. That is disgusting. She's
Dude,
definitely
she
rising.
To get Rising Star for a second time, and a third nomination.
I mean, the thing is, unironically, if you could ever make a case that she's rising, I feel like right now would be it. She's definitely being talked about.
The most important thing she ever did was contribute to the destruction of Twitch's advertising for the month of November.
I mean, she definitely rose. She's risen.
I think the Twitch adpocalypse is in general an L. It's an L and a W for Dan in some in different ways from what he's been trying to do. But what he did succeed in was destroying the politics sphere on Twitch. Like, that is dead. There's no reason to go there over YouTube. They literally will not pay you anymore.
Yeah.
So then what's the point? Like,
you see,
that fucks IRI. That fucks anybody who didn't move over when Destiny got banned. Anybody who stuck it out on the platform. Does he stream on YouTube now?
I don't know. I thought he was on Twitch. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's literally just people who stuck out on Twitch. Those guys got fucked over for brand loyalty. Everybody else is doing good.
Have you seen the way that because it kind of used to be the case where Hassan was so big and like he wasn't controversial enough that like anyone would collab with him. But now it seems to be the case that even like legacy streamers like Miskiff was like, he said that they should just ban all politics on Twitch. Like he said, ban
yeah, but
all
I heard he was just joking and he kind of walked it back afterwards.
He probably was joking with that specific sentiment, but at the same time, he also has talked about how he's talked favorably about Destiny, which is not something that you're allowed to do if you're in Hassan's orbit.
Okay, this is why Twitch needs to die. Every single time I sit here and I go, well, I think the sponsor war is gay, because that is my position. I think sponsor wars are gay. It's just like, yeah, but there's an entire like group of people who run this like gay friendship circle who are ostracizing anybody who's not currently like-minded and friends with Hassan enough. There's a fucking moderator, like a rogue mod, that put a signal on Destiny's ban saying that like, if you ever unban this person, you must talk to me first or whatever. Just all the shit that they're doing. This company does need to get blown up. I don't.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like I don't feel bad they're getting blown up, but there's something going on that I don't like, which is something I'm noticing. So, which I said this would happen, and I think it will probably happen at some point, okay? The tit for tat mentality, which is, now that this has happened, I see the YouTube drama subreddit saying, what about all the Nazi shit on YouTube? Why isn't YouTube removing the straight up transphobic Nazi shit? So I wouldn't be surprised if within 3 months we have a YouTube thing going on. Will it be as big? Because YouTube's so big. Like, will it be as easy as to surgically, hurt YouTube? Probably not. But, it might happen. You don't know.
YouTube is probably, and this is going to get me clipped, but YouTube is probably the best moderated site out of any of the major streaming services and networks. I think you're going to have a bit of trouble doing that. The reality of the situation is the amount of content that gets uploaded on YouTube is dramatic. This is super high. So this is how you get people being like, honestly, I think that they probably are worse at monitoring what they allow advertisers to post than what advertisers get placed on, right? Because most of this Nazi content that gets uploaded or whatever, it's not actually getting hit with advertisers. They're super quick to demonetize an entire YouTube channel. I think recently somebody got their entire YouTube channel demonetized permanently over a joke about the Unabomber.
Really?
Yeah, they made one joke about the Unabomber. I think he referenced like the manifesto, and it said he was permanently demonetized.
Why?
I don't even think that person has a chance to like appeal because it's under like promoting terrorism. So there's certain things I'm pretty sure that if you do something that follows under like one of those specific categories, you're just never getting monetized again. So it's just like, I'm sorry, dude. It's not comparable to what Twitch is doing over there. There are problems on YouTube. There's tons of them. But like, I mean, Twitch is just a raging anti-Semitism hellhole right now. And absolutely nothing is getting done over there to fix that problem outside of trying to filter advertisers to the content that they don't want.
Well, the kind of thing is here, the difference is that Twitch has special treatment towards people who do crazy shit. YouTube will ban you for that, right? Like this is
they've done so many, like every single Dude, the thing is, the difference is like on Twitch, they've banned like every right wing creator, so now it's like starting to hit liberals. Okay, like it's like a what is it like a what is it called when bacteria grows? It's like a melting pot for fucking far left schizos.
Yeah.
It's like realigned the political spectrum on Twitch. You have like it literally is. It's the meme where the right wing are the liberals and the left wing are the people who are like Hassan's orbit.
You're talking about like mitosis, like the cell
I
split.
don't even. No, wait. Yeah, it's a bomb. Like when you split an atom. Is that what you're talking about?
No, isn't mitosis when a cell splits?
It's the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. I don't know, dude. I'm 27. I haven't been in a science class in 10 years.
I haven't either. The other day, fuck. I don't even remember what the question was. I don't know. Wendigan was trying to ask me some question. He was like, "You were in school recently," and I was like, "Dude, you think I fucking paid attention to biology? I almost failed biology. I don't fucking know."
It was actually like I think biology and chemistry are my worst subjects. I was just not a science mind.
Yeah,
I could do
I was
math, but when you
bad.
mix it with like physics, I was terrible at. It's
I could only do the things that I could make up and cheat really easily, like English.
dude, you cheated in school. What the fuck, bro? Are you gonna tell me? Have you ever sped in your vehicle before?
Do you remember one of the earliest? I don't know. Maybe this wasn't the earliest one, but I just remember I'd had like something memory hold. You remember VWQ?
Yeah, dude.
Back in the day, I got in a little beef with him on Twitter because I was like, I don't
Holy
really care that
guacamole.
people.
Sorry.
I was like, I don't care if people cheat on a test. He was like, oh, I think that speaks to your character. And I was like, all right, true. I don't
Holy
care.
guacamole. Do you remember how that guy like got obliterated? Do you know what he did?
Did he get obliterated?
Well, dude, it was dude, this is like a fucking nuclear story. That guy like he did a diss to Kavos that sounded like it came out of the mouth of 50 Cent and it just did not fly on YouTube. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Wait, what do you mean? He did a like a
Dude, so
a
he
diss
like
track?
doxed his girlfriend as like a jab at the end of the
Oh
video
shit!
out of
Okay,
nowhere.
I know what you're talking about. I can't even say what it was, but yes, I know
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was
talking
just the
about.
girl's name, but he did like a play on words, like "Hey Kavos," wink, wink, and he says it, and the only person who would know that he just doxed his girlfriend was Kavos. It was just like a "Hey, by the way, flex. I know who you're fucking," and it's just some random woman's name.
Yeah, that was weird. That was
It's like the most insane shit ever.
yeah. Damn, I had a favorable opinion of him. That sucks.
I mean, other than that, he was
Other than
okay.
that, he
I don't
was
know.
dope. He was sick.
Yeah.
Well, I remember he was one of the first guys doing Zaptai videos back in the day. He also, I think he was making videos with I'm Alex back in the day.
Yeah, though that was he was making videos on Alex and Kavos because that was like the war at the time. Remember when commentary was just two people on face cams yapping?
Well, it was like, what was it? Kavos, lies, manipulation, deception. And then it was like, this video will make you hate I'm Alex.
Dude,
That was the goated era.
the best thing we did was scare all the British people away a couple years ago. They're
Thank
starting to
God.
creep back in, but they like it used to be like when I got on YouTube, people were like, "Holy shit, an American guy doing this." Now it's all
Yeah.
American guys, but like back then it was like, "Oh my god, I can hear a guy from New York talk about this instead of some posh British." Oh, I shouldn't. Damn it, I forgot you can't say that on YouTube. Sorry.
I blame Pirates of the Caribbean, honestly.
I
I blame
forgot that's like
fucking.
that's as bad as the N word on here. I didn't. I
It
totally forgot.
is?
Well, in terms of demonetization, you have to cut that out.
Oh, I mean, it's a stream.
I don't know how Australians survive here.
They say,
Yeah,
Rhizoblide. Get some Rhizoblides.
yeah.
Get some
All
fucking
right,
Rhizoblides.
I'll let you get back to
Get
your
some fucking
stuff.
Rhizoblides, Nick. Get in there. All right. Thanks for calling in.
I gotta go. Right. Peace out, buddy.
Have a good one. All right.